Good day and welcome to your favorite sport program, TV plus Sport. I know a lot of viewers across the globe are really ready to see what we have in stock today. I'm Mudashir Shitu, and this will be different because we have many interesting and trending sports stories across the globe. We have an in-house guest, a very wonderful person that has done so much in our industry. But before I let out the card, we'll go straight to our guest waiting for us across the other side, talking about Jide Alaka. Jide Alaka is an editor with Premium Times. And, you know, there's so much publication about him, about his works when it comes to sport and many other issues surrounding the country. Jide, it's good to have you on the show.
Good morning, Shitu. Good morning, viewers.
Yes, I'm sure a lot of viewers are also known to your face because of how objective and interesting your analysis are. On the right time, I want to start today. How did you feel after the 2-0 we won against Argentina side?
Very excited.
Okay.
And yes, was surprised by the tactical discipline of the team. I was surprised. But it means that the coach got his message across to his players, and that got me very excited.
This is the first time. A lot of people still point to what Argentina did against us in 2005 when we lost 2-1 in the final, where we have Messi in that. And now, is there a revenge sort of that we did that 2-0 against Mascherano? Mascherano is the coach of the Argentine side. How interesting was it that we were able to get our a pound of flesh back?
Well, we had a discussion that day,
Yeah.
and I want to reiterate the fact that I don't think that
Okay.
is the best of, because Indonesia was stripped of hosting. So there are a lot of things that we have to take into consideration, but it's still Argentina, the land of Maradona and Messi. So they should be producing very good under-20 teams with 6 titles. But I believe that the Flying Eagles, yes, they had some nervy moments, but all in all, if you watch the match without so much emotions, you see that it was quite comfortable in the end for the Nigerian team.
Yeah. Do you think it's just our day, or is more of the tactical discipline, or it's just our day? Sometimes, some days we just go for you. I'm like, oh, I did this against a mighty nation like this, or a mighty person like this. Was it just our day, or is just the tactical discipline of the coach?
Shito, I wrote something about it the morning after.
Okay.
When I tried, what I try to do is, when you watch the match in the moment, there are a lot of things you miss. When you watch the match after the moment, there are so many things you see. The first thing to say is that, we discussed this, and I'm so happy to say this.
Okay.
The Flying Eagles deployed a system where every man had a man to mark. Which meant that there was no way that the Argentines were going to triangulate their passing, especially in the final third. And 2 players had exceptional games that day for me, Daga and Nadi. They had exceptional games in front of the back 4. And also, you could see that Boso told his fullbacks, Agbalaka and Bamei, not to bump forward as they normally do. So they were always compact. There were always 6 men defending when the Argentines came forward. Yes, they broke through the ranks once or twice and had chances, but it was a solid defensive display by the team.
I think something to learn from your statement, and I think I'm going to apply that to life and every other thing. When you watch a match at the moment, there are a lot of things to miss. But when you watch it after, then you start getting. I think that's the best way to watch matches, because when you watch a match at the moment, emotions and a lot of things, and also applies to life. That sometimes you have to just look back on that. So let's take it back forward. Let's look forward to the next match tomorrow, and let's see what's between South Korea. Do you think this is going to be a very good one for us? And the South Korean side, they defeated the counterpart to get to this stage. So at this stage, it's very difficult and tough. But what do you expect? Another victory for us?
If there's something about the Argentina name that makes Nigeria prepare very well. So for me, what the advice to give to Coach Boso is done so well to this point. We have to give credit where credit is due. Is to ensure that the kind of respect that was given to Argentina is also given to South Korea. If that is done, I have little doubt that the Nigerians will find a way past South Korea. I watched their match against Ecuador. Yeah. Ecuador had, they went 2-0 up. Ecuador came back, then 3-1. Then before Ecuador scored the late goal to make it 3-2. What I saw was a team that is ready to play on the break. So they're going to suck us in, and they have very good forwards, the three of them, the number 10 and the number 9. They can hold the ball very well. So we have to be disciplined. We need to lessen the kind of mistakes we made against Brazil, if you remember, in that third group match, where we went all out and left our area, and Brazil capitalized twice to score their goals. If we are disciplined, technically, tactically disciplined, I believe that we have more than enough to get the victory over South Korea.
To get the victory over South Korea. And if this ended this way, I mean, we are beaten by the South Korean side, what can you now say about the tournament? Was it a very good tournament, regardless of the fact that the South Korean defeat, or just saying, or what can we say? Because, when you get to this stage, it's either a win or a lose or something. But if you end up not qualifying to the semi-final round, I want to hear your opinion on what you can categorize or tag as this tournament. Has it been a wonderful tournament if we did not go past through the quarterfinal stage?
Definitely, Shitu. We discussed this also.
Okay.
This is really not about winning. Yes, it does help the Nigerian ego to win and elevate our football. But what I'm trying to look out for in this team is, can we get 5, between 3 and 5 players that would be able to break into the Super Eagles team in the next 2 to 5 years. I've seen at least 2 of them. Okay. I pray that Daniel Daga gets a very good team after this competition. Not a team where it's going to be paid a lot of money, but a team that will guarantee its continuous development. So I want, the NFF has a lot to do in this. They should not just release its international certificates to any agent or to any club just because there is money coming in. Okay. We must look at the trajectory of the boy's career and try to help him make the best decision for the next step. Okay. Also, the other guy in midfield, Nadi. We're talking about something before. Nadi showed that he had been playing league football, even though it is in Bulgaria. You could see the composure and the professionalism at which he went about his job against Argentina. He was about the most fouled midfielder in that game because he understood the dynamics. So, and he showed also that he is a very intelligent person, intelligent footballer. So I'm looking at those 2 people right now. Then I wouldn't forget the goalkeeper. Yes, sometimes he makes your heart flap, but he seems to have the gait and the charisma that good goalkeepers have, where you just know that he won't be beaten, whether he makes mistakes or not, that he won't be beaten. And then Fredericks is another player that I'm looking at. So I've counted 4. So for me, the tournament is a success.
Jide, now the features for the semi-final has been released. We know that Colombia won that game. We have Uruguay. Surprisingly, Nigeria is the only team remaining at this tournament. Well, that's so much about the country when it comes to the age as we round up for the show, for this segment of the show.
Yes and no, because if you watched the match between Gambia and the Uruguay, Gambia should have won that match. Even when they got a man sent off, when they had a man sent off early in the match, they still had more chances to score than Uruguay. It was when Uruguay now went down to 10 men that they actually started playing better and then got their goal. What a goal it was from outside the box. I think Gambia will have made it through, but like we always say here, they will be a bit naive in the way they constructed their offensive patterns in the last third. So basically, yeah, Nigeria has always been a standout team, whether it is in the under-17 or in the under-20s in Africa. So it is not a surprise that we are the last man standing for Africa in Argentina.
Yeah, this is all we'll take for today's segment on between Nigeria and South Korea. It's going to be on Sunday. I hope by Monday we'll have you also tell us so much about the game. Thank you very much, Jide Alaka.
Thank you, Shizu. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Bye.
That's Jide Alaka of the Premium Times. Done so well for sports in several publications. And I'm sure if there's any authority you need to look forward to, it has to be Jide Alaka.